and firmly let us stand for God and native land, and pray that He may bless and keep our Christian land.
We gather here where all may sing glad songs of praise to Christ our King.
Where useful hearts may find a way that leads to life and endless days. May our endeavor bound, now gathered in His name, united heart and hand, go forth to spread His fame. Then firmly let us stand for God and native land, and pray that He may bless and keep our Christian land. The Master's word will still pursue, and here again our pledge renew, to follow Him, to trust His love, till God our hope, with Him above. May our endeavor band, now gathered in His name, united heart and hand, go forth to spread His fame. Then firmly let us stand for God and native land, and pray that He may bless and keep our Christian land.
Thank you very much, Babatunde. Thank you very much. Please, you may be seated. Chairing the concert planning committee, and of course, giving his opening remarks, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. George Odumuko.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, our very special guests. We invite you all very specially to this event. The first of its kind for this group. We want to say a very big thank you to you for finding time to honor this invite. It promises to be great, interesting, and valuable to you. Please sit tight and enjoy this very short event with us. Thank you.
Our soloist this afternoon, Chinwe Nduka on soprano, Blessing Ogbo alto, Stephen Nwosu tenor, and Ayotunde Oshungbon as bass. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vox Angelica Chorale, Lagos, and orchestra performing Handel's Esther. Please welcome the conductor, Mr. Tony Eluno. Esther and her adopted father, Mordecai, are thrilled by Esther's elevation to Queen of Persia. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister, Haman, insulted by Mordecai's refusal to make obeisance to him on religious grounds, persuades King Ahasuerus to order the extermination of all Mordecai's fellow Jews throughout the empire, which at that time included Jerusalem and Judea. Esther and the Jewish people are giving thanks to God for Esther's becoming queen when Mordecai brings the news that the royal order has been given for the Jews' extermination and their happiness turns into mourning.
'Tis nobler far to spare than to destroy.
A little more, it is decreed, all the Jewish race shall live. Hear and obey what famous voice commands. As the Lord of the years, even on his fall into my hands. Hear, all ye nations far and wide, which holds the monarch's sway. Hear and obey. Lord, root and the branch from the heart of the land shall hide the God of Israel fill, shall hide the God of Israel fill. Lord, root and branch, Lord, root and branch, Lord, root and branch from out the land shall hide the God of Israel fill. Let Jewish blood dye every hand. Let Jewish blood dye every hand. No age, no sex, no sin, no age, no sex. I stand, no age, no sex. I stand, no age, no sex. I stand. Raise the temples to the ground and let the best no more be found. Raise the temple to the ground, and let the best no more be found. Raise the temple to the ground, and let the place, and let the place no more.
Our souls without a glow to execute the blow.
Show me the God of Israel, show me the God of Israel.
No age, no sex will spare,
No age, no sex will spare. No age, no sex will spare. Roots and branches of the land.
no age, no sex will spare.
No age, no sex will spare. No age, no sex will spare. Show me the God of Israel. Block, roots and branches of the land. No age, no sex will spare. No age, no sex will spare. No age, no sex
lullaby, a iron rod. Esther is queen, and Esther serves the living God. Tune, tune your harps to cheerful strains. Mold idols into doors. Mold idols into doors. Tune your hearts to cheerful strains. Tune your harps to cheerful strains. Tune idols into dust. Mold idols. Mold idols into dust. Mold idols into Great Jehovah leaves and reigns, leaves and reigns. We in great Jehovah trust. We in great Jehovah's trust. Tune, tune your harps to cheerful strains. Mold idols into doors. Mold idols into doors. Tune your hearts to cheerful strains. Tune your harps to cheerful strains. Mold idols into dust. Mold idols. Mold idols into dust. the suckler's mouth ordainest early praise of such as worship thee in truth. Accept the humble lay. Songs of praise, bow down the knee, bow down the knee, bow down the knee. Our chains we slide, our yoke is light. The worship of our God is free. The worship of our God is free. Sing songs of praise, bow down the knee. Our chains we slide, our yoke is light. The worship of our God is free. The worship of our God is free. The worship of our God is free. Zion again, our head shall raise, our head shall raise to know your hearts, to songs of praise. Zion again, our head shall raise to know your hearts, to songs of praise. Zion again, our head shall raise to know your hearts, to songs of praise. Sing songs of praise, bow down the knee, bow down the knee, bow down the knee. Our chains we slide, our yoke is light. The worship of our God is free. The worship of our God is free. Sing songs of praise, bow down the knee. Our chains we slide, our yoke is light. The worship of our God is free. The worship of our God is free. The worship of our God is free.
sins provoked the Lord, while the persecution has unsheathed a sword. Haman had sent forth his decree, the sons of Israel shall in one mourn fall. Methinks I hear the mother's groans, while babes are dashed against the stones. I hear the infant shriller screams, stabbed at the mother's breast. O Jordan, Jordan, sacred tide, shall we no more behold thee glide? We no more behold thee glide, the
the Vox Angelica Chorale Lagos, everyone. A round of applause. Now, please tell me that soothed the system pretty well. Did it? Did it? Okay, so I have a question for you. And that question comes with a price tag of $1,000. They heard $1,000 and everybody's sitting right. Right. Okay. So, the question goes thus. Kids, adults, male, female, you can try. But if you don't have God behind you, trust me, you will not have an answer to it. This has got nothing to do with how Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were treated. My question stays in the context of what we're singing today. So if you're going to take an Uber to where Mordecai was, how much will you charge? So the answer is laughter. No, so I am joking here. You all laughed at me. I asked a serious question and all of a sudden the mathematics that we learned in school all of a sudden vanished. $1,000 price tag. Okay, I'll let that slide. I'll let it slide. I'm going to cast your mind back to when Jesus Christ chose his disciples. He chose one who was a fisherman, yes? Yes? And his name was Peter. Very good. So, this one comes with a price tag of $10,000. There is nowhere in heaven or on the earth that you can get the answer to this one. It comes in 3 parts. Who made the boat that Peter used to go into the sea? That's question 1. Question 2. What time of the day and how many fish did Peter catch? Number 3, if you're absolutely certain that you know them, name the kinds of fish he caught. Otisunyabi. Very good. That is how difficult it is to live in this country, but it is how this is easy to listen to classical music. This wonderful group has been in existence since 2001, and 200 choristers have passed through to learn their various professional endeavors. And these wonderful people, after such performances, which come 2 apex months of the year, April and August. There's another concert in August. They go to the motherless babies' home, the old orphanages, and they give the little that they have. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be asking you for those little morsels that you have stashed in one corner of your existence. Bank accounts, as the case may be. We don't want them in terms of money. It could be in terms of gifts, yes, that they can take to these wonderful people. And I know we are very, very kind in this country. So if you do have, the president of the planning committee will reach out when the time comes. We are grateful that you have come here to spend your wonderful Sunday with us. We are absolutely also aware that school is starting tomorrow and there are fees, there are other things to take care of, but we are not taking it for granted. We do welcome you once again to this wonderful hall that gives entertainment, pleasure, prestige, and everything absolutely amazing. Once again, a round of applause for the Vox Angelica Chorale, Lagos. Please welcome the conductor, Mr. Tony Iluno. Ladies and gentlemen, I still need the answers to those questions. Mordecai asks Esther to appeal to her husband the king to rescind his order for the extermination of the Jews. But Esther explains that she, like everyone else, is forbidden, on pain of death, to approach the king without express invitation. However, on Mordecai's pleading, she decides to risk the king's wrath. The Jewish people pray that her mission of mercy will succeed. When Esther confronts the king, he is at first displeased. She faints away. The chorus comments that her charms are sure to melt the king's heart in the end.
On fate falls a sword. Haman's decree to strike at me hath said that every Jew shall fall. Go, stand before the king with weeping eye. dares intrude into a presence without our leave. It is decreed he dies for this audacious deed. Ah, Esther there, the law condemns, but love will spare.
My spirit sings, as I fade.
He pause of paleness spreads a beauteous face. Esther, awake, thou fairest of thy race. Esther, awake and believe, 'tis my command. Behold the golden scepter in thy hand, sure sign of grace. The cruelest and decree was never meant, my queen to strike at me.
Oh,
sing. Hear the soft voice that bids thy soul succeed. Of you, just queen, unclose those eyes, unclose those eyes, my fairest shall not bleed. shall not leave. He loves soft voice, he loves soft voice, that bids thee rise and bids thy should succeed. He loves soft voice, that bids thee rise and bids thy should succeed. How can I stay when love invites? How can I stay when love invites? How can I stay when love invites? When love invites, I come, my queen. I come, my queen. I come, my queen, to taste the light. How can I stay when love invites? I come, my queen. I come, my queen. I come, my queen. I come, my queen. I come, my queen, to chase delight. With joy, with pleasure, I obey. To thee I give the day. To thee I give the day. To thee I give the day. With joy, with pleasure, I obey. To thee I give the day. To thee I give the day. How can I stay when love invites? How can I stay when love invites? How can I stay when love invites? When love invites, I come, my queen. I come, my queen. I come, my queen, to chase the light. joy his visage glows. He to the queen's apartment goes. Beauty has its fury charmed, and all his robe disarmed.
My man Tony. Tony, I have an idea. Think about this for a second. This song is very, very passionate. You know, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Stephen, Chinwe, Blessing, and Tunde. So imagine if you're writing your own oratorio. Think about it for a second. And you get home, rather than say, honey, I'm home, like you say it, even if it's Mr. Ibu that is coming back. I want Kechi, I don't return home. You write the pidgin English version, and you write the proper English version. And somebody has a voice like that of Stephen, for example. He goes, honey, I'm home. Think about it for a second. Then, you know, your wife is already upset because what you put down to prepare food was not enough. And she doesn't want to speak the English that you spoke. And she goes, why you daddy stop me? So go think about it. I've already given you the idea. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Eluna. I think They also deserve a round of applause because they're still here. You know, you're quiet, you're paying attention. It basically means that Nigerians listen. It is a good thing. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick remark from our special guest of honor. Please welcome with me with a round of applause, Ms. Atunwa. Would you like me to meet you downstairs, or you want to come right up? Fantastic. Please keep the applause going.
You get when you step out of the borders of this country. But I'm glad to note that what we thought was the exclusive reserve of the West is here with us. May I just ask us to please give a powerful round of applause to this guy. Before I give my remark, I would like to invite you to share a sentiment with me. When I was coming in, I said to my wife, oh, I forgot my glasses. And so, if I'm not seeing well, you know it's because I don't have my glasses on. But may I ask, can you see some kind of semblance between Esther and Tony? Look at the picture there. I just want to be sure that it is not my eyes that are deceiving me. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? They actually resemble, and one would say that Tony is the senior brother of Esther. Or put it the other way, Esther is the younger sister of Tony. Except my eyes are deceiving me. That's by the way. Honestly, it's a bit difficult to ask people to come and enjoy this kind of concert and they find it exciting. The reason is because we're used to Owambe. And if you go a little beyond that, it's disco. And then if you begin to go in indigenous, the Fuji, the high life, all sorts of, ear-damaging sound that we call music. Music that actually causes you pain, but here is healing music. Here is therapeutic music. Here is one that is different a bit from the one we are more used to. The oratorios like Messiah, like Coronation. This is one I have seen, highly reflective, highly engaging, highly involving, one that allows you to pull back a little, remove yourself a little from what you may call the conventional genre of music and begin to think. I'm very glad to have been a part of this today. This is my first time, in truth, of watching the performance of Esther. I know that there is one of those oratorios written by J.F. Handel that is called Esther. I've never known anything about it. We're all used to Messiah and then the one by, is it Back or Heading, that wrote with the Coronation and things of the sort. We're all used to all those ones. They're a bit more energetic. They don't, allow you to engage all the senses. But this is one that is complete by my own reckoning. I'm not a musicologist. I'm not an expert. I'm not a singer. I'm just a plodding listener to beautiful music. If I give another remark, what am I giving? Is it not remark? I just noticed also, I am a student of life. Each time I am asked to make a remark on an occasion, I look around me to see what will constitute the elements of my remark. And I've seen that there was a deliberate choice of fair-skinned ladies. I don't know whether you have also noticed that. I was thinking it was the reflection of the light, but I think my sense of judgment is perfect to have noticed that about 90%, if not 99% of them are white, not white skin, but they are very light in complexion. I don't know whether there's a new formula. And by some kind of coincidence, those that are performing the special parts, alto, soprano, bass, and the tenor, are on the dark side. Would that also be? Not a coincidence. But what has happened today, and I'm sure when we go into the third part, we'll still be excited as much as we have been, is discipline. Brother Tony, the way we call him, we've come a long way. He's been there. I'm not in his league of music. I've been a choir master for donkey's years. And that's how we became friends. But I've never ventured into this level of complications, because I call it level of complication, because for you to begin to, organize the orchestra, somebody like me that is not as patient as Brother Tony, I'm sure they would either disgrace me or I'll disgrace them. So it requires somebody who is so mature in mind, very focused on what he wants to achieve, to be able to organize this. And so we say kudos to you wherever you have gone behind the stage. And so to the wonderful people, I'm not giving a vote of thanks, we have not come to the end. It's not my duty to that, but I want to say powerful voices we have heard so far. Let me just give you a gossip. When the second lady came, she stood. I whispered to my wife, is she afraid? I didn't know that it was a volcanic voice that was going to erupt. I began to wonder, was it a woman singing or a man? And then when it needed her to go up, she went up. A powerful undulation. Well done. The other one. If the first one didn't sing well, I will ask, what are you doing with the body that God has given you? You could see a lot of energy coming from the body. But this other one that is a bit on the other side of life, producing such volcanic voice, was for me something powerful. And the other man, if I had a daughter, he would be the husband of my daughter. That tenor is awesome. It is one that can compare with any tenor on the surface of the earth. And I would like to encourage Tony and the Vox Angelica Chorale to consider more seriously, if not writing music in pidgin, as the MC said, but enrolling for international contests. I think you are qualified to be there. So I encourage you. I just want to say I'm not happy with what I may call tantalization. The first guy who came with powerful bass, after that he disappeared into thin air. Can we create another role for him so that he will come out a bit? That's right. What's important is I'm very happy to see everybody excited. I am honestly excited. When I was coming, you noticed I walked out before. Let me tell you what I went out to do. I wanted to go and get something to eat. I have not had lunch. I'm not sure I have even had breakfast. But honestly, it has disappeared. Because this is music that is filling my soul. And for the first time, I'm realizing that once your soul is fed, your body is fed. And we're going to do everything it takes to support this kind of wonderful gesture. I would like to ask us, please, if you had not thought of supporting these people, think about it. If you had not thought about it, I don't want to toe the line of the MC that has made them a charitable organization to say it may not be money, even if it is gift. But I think that we need to support them in very tangible ways. I don't know, and nobody has given me this brief, but if I do it, you will forgive me. Today is Sunday. Any sin committed on the Sunday is already forgiven. So, if I'm going to put you on what we call high jump, bear with me. We're going to try the much we can to please support these people. If, for instance, they have some kind of piece of paper where anybody would like to say, I will support you with this. I'm not very sure they expect that anybody is carrying any money around. I don't have more than 200 naira in my wallet. The reason I make sure I don't cross 200 is once I give it to the first gate man that I pass, every other person I say, go and meet that one. I would have done it. So in terms of cash, you can't see me carrying cash, but I will do something just to register my excitement. I'm not going to donate money, but I will just do something symbolic, just a little to say, if I was prepared to come and donate money, I would have done more. I'm going to support this cause. I'm excited. I wish I had money. I wish. You see, there is the tendency for people to think that once you have got some kind of rotund stomach, it means that you are rich. That is not it. There are so many poor people that have big tummies. And for those of us that are not very tall, God is not partial. He has a way to bear us back. And so, let me just say, I'm so excited. I don't know what to say. To be very honest, I'm very excited to be here. And I'm already looking forward to the concert in August. Let me believe by God's grace, I'll be more prepared to support you. But for today, let me just drop you a token of 100,000 to say it's amazing. Thank you.
Mr. Joachim Atunwa.
A round of applause for Mrs. Atunwa. Thank you so much for your wonderful gesture. Now, music does really supply the soul with a lot of fulfillment. Stephen, do you like to you want to go back to another doctrine where you get to marry more than one wife? Think about it. Whilst you're doing that also, remember baby food, hampers, everything else. The child becomes a millionaire at your expense. The child doesn't have to do anything. All they need to do is wham, and you're gone. My goodness, it's a wonderful day. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for the support. Your presence here has been amazing, but if you choose to want to support us also in cash, in kind, your phones are with you. We weren't thinking, of picking up any funds from you, but I think I'm going to sing this one, so now give me D minor. And hold that chord in that harpsichord level. Hold it.
You can put money in our account. Vox Angelica Chorale.
I hope you're writing or recording it.
Sterling Bank 0088410015. Sterling Bank 0088410015.
I take it again, just in case you didn't hear me.
You can donate money to Vox Angelica Chorale. Sterling Bank account number 0088410015. Again, 0088410015.
Sounds like a great phone number, doesn't it?
It's an amazing day.
All right, so we're going to the concluding part, and he gets to cameo one more time, the one you want to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, it is still the Vox Angelica Chorale, conducted by Tony Eleanor, here in the Theater of Lights. Mordecai and the Jewish people are confident that God will come to their aid and that Esther's plea to the king will be successful. In the king's apartments, Ahasuerus now declares he will give Esther anything she asks. Esther reveals her Jewish origins and points out that Haman devised the order for the Jews' extermination in order to target herself and Mordecai, who had previously saved the king's life. The king is horror-struck and orders Haman's execution. Haman appeals to Esther for pardon, but she scorns him. The Jews offer magnificent songs of praise to God for their salvation.
Vengeance gonna fall.
Yes, yes, I own to him alone. I owe my life and throne. Say then, my queen, who dares pursue the life to which reward is due?
'Tis Haman's hate, outside his fate.
I swear by your great globe of light, which rules the day, that Haman's sight shall never more behold the golden ray. the traitor, hear him pant. Death shall reward the die offense. To Mordecai be honored paid, the
Als thou fall from thy height, tremble and vision, tremble and vision, tremble and vision. The sight in Pilate's mercy sway, in Pilate's mercy sway. As thou fall, how thou fall from thy height, tremble and vision, but the sight in Pilate's mercy sway, in Pilate's mercy sway, in Pilate's mercy sway, in Pilate's mercy sway. When Handel butchered his thy Lord, bless thy mercy before God, and perish in thy day, and perish in that day, when Handel's fortune is thy Lord, bless thy mercy before God, and perish is that day.
worship of our God is free. Sing songs of praise. Sing songs of praise. The worship of our God is free. The Lord our enemy has slain, the Lord our enemy has slain.
Ye sons of Jacob,
Ye sons of Jacob, ye sons of Jacob, sing a cheerful strain, a cheerful strain. Ye sons of Jacob, sing a cheerful strain, a cheerful strain. The Lord our enemy has slain, the Lord our enemy has slain.
ye sons of Jacob, ye sons of Jacob,
Ye sons of Jacob, sing a cheerful strain, sing a cheerful strain, sing a cheerful strain. Forever blessed, forever blessed, forever, blessed be thy holy name. Blessed be thy name, forever blessed, forever blessed be thy holy name, forever blessed, forever blessed,
let Israel songs of joy repeat. Let Israel songs of joy repeat. Song Jehovah's praise, Jehovah's be
Now we go to part 4, where you all get to sing. So think of any song you want to sing, if you want to beat this. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vox Angelica Chorale, Lagos. Woo. And of course, the wonderful orchestra. Gentlemen, please take a bow, please. I want to thank you especially, Chinwe Nduka, soprano, thank you so much. Blessing Ogbo, alto. Stephen Mwosu, tenor. And of course, Ayotunde Oshungbon as bass. Ladies and gentlemen, please sit down. I need you to please sit down also. Norbert, Mario, come. Ladies and gentlemen, the two gentlemen who are coming forth are the children of the conductor. A very musical family, but absolutely shy. Norbert sings alto, and Mario sings tenor. How old are you?
11.
John, and you sing? Sings bass. Oh, Mrs. Ilvino. Please rise. You know, I'm not saying they can't take the glory, but you dates, husband, wife, children, singing. No, dates. This is not the Vocalizer Academy. This is a strong family that put their faith, you know, in music, resurrected it, and they have supported one another. And today, we have a spectacular group in Lagos that can match any world standards. I can bet my top naira on it. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a round of applause. That brings us to an amazing end. But who else to say thank you to all of you for gracing this wonderful occasion? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me, Mr. Tony Iluna.
Thank you, Uncle Ben. Good evening, everybody. Happy Easter in arrears. Yes. I'm short of words to express how elated I am with the attendance today. The hall may look scanty, but those that matter musically are here. I want to mention in a special way special guest of honor, Mr. and Mrs. Joachim Atunwa. Some years back, I was appointed organist as a local church in Kenya. I was just fresh out of NYSC. I didn't have a job yet. The parish priest there happened to be my rector in the middle seminary, Right Reverend Monsignor John Aniago. So he said, why don't you come over and help us with the organ? When I got there, it was like, I was a very young guy of between 22, 23 then, like throwing a young corp into a pool of lions musically. There were many choir masters there. There was Mr. Atunwa. He was the choir master of the biggest choir in St. Leo at that time. And he took me under his wings. He encouraged me to grow my art. He took me like a younger brother. And since that time, the relationship has even grown stronger. He has supported me every step of the way in music. And I'm so happy he's here today as the head of our gathering. Please join me in giving a round of applause to Mr. Joaquin Atongwa. Thank you so much, sir, for honoring our invitation. Thank you, Tuma, for coming. Reverend Father, very Reverend Father Mike Christian Okonkwo is unavoidably absent. He is the spiritual father of the chorale. He has been very supportive of what we do, always giving us spiritual guidance. It's not a church choir, but I tell you, we take spirituality here very, very seriously. And Father has been a more than able and willing guide to us since we came in contact with him. He may yet come. He said, if we can get away from the mothers, you know what happened? We fixed this date about 8 months ago. Then suddenly this Mother's Day thing came up, and there wasn't any way we could change anything. So that's the fix. That's one of the reasons why the hall is scanty, because many women that would have loved to be here cannot because of the celebration. So we thank him in absentia. We hope he meets us. Where's Uncle Ben? Uncle Ben, please come. Please come, sir. Back in 1992, I was fresh out of secondary school. My parents moved from Warri down to Lagos. We used to live very close to St. Dominic's Catholic Church. I had joined a choir for the first time like 6 months back in Warri. Then when we came to Lagos, naturally because of proximity, I joined a choir in St. Dominic's Catholic Church. Now there were like 4 choirs then in St. Dominic's. There was the St. Giles Choir, there was St. Jude Thaddeus Choir, there was St. Celia, and there was St. Dominic Choir. That St. Dominic Choir then used to sing 11 o'clock mass permanently. Their uniform then was green soutane and white surplice. It was there I met Uncle Ben for the first time. This man you see here, I tell anybody who cares to listen, he gave me my first foundation in music. I remember I went to him, because coming from Warri, I was already a master in turning sofa. Nothing turning sofa you can, turning sofa, 100%, 120%. No, the day I saw him with Broadman hymnal, I looked at it. Which one is this one again? I thought I had seen it all in turning sofa. Which one is this? So I plucked up courage to approach him. Because he still has it, though. A very fearsome man. Very, very, if you look at his face, you will think he's a bad guy, but it's when you get close to him, you will know this man here has a heart of gold. So I approached him. Now please, this one, which one is this again? That I thought so far was the beginning and end of the whole thing. Then he patiently he doesn't remember this thing, no, because when I told him he didn't even remember. Patiently put me through my lines and my spaces, and I took it from there. And all through the years, I have been following his progress in music. So when this concert came up and we decided to approach him, to ask him to come in and assist us, I was so happy when he squeezed time out of his very busy schedule to commit to be with us today. And he has been here since around 11 a.m. And immediately he came on board. He took over. I gave him way because he has been my master, he is my master, and he will continue to be my master. So he was the one who helped us arrange the stage, the choristers, the sound, especially with regard to the voices, the spacing and everything. So Uncle Ben, I remain ever grateful to you. You gave the right foundation, and I hope your boy is doing well. Thank you so much, sir. Then my wonderful choristers. I lack the words. If you went through the history of the chorale since 2001, we have had a very high turnover of members because of obvious reasons. The younger ones grow up, get admission into higher institution, have to relocate, then maybe from school, they go into different endeavors of life. Some get better jobs and have to relocate from Lagos to other places. So over the years it has been. But there are 4 people here who were with us on that evening of 31st of October 2001 when the chorale had its first ever rehearsal, when the chorale was born. Mr. Tunde Malumi, Mr. George Odumuko, Mrs. Perpetua Rupe. Then she was not Mrs., she was Miss Apekume. And of course, Mrs. Franca Eluno. Then she was not Eluno, she was Akide, Miss Akide then. Then over the years, these other young people, came through, bought into the vision we are trying to project in choral music. I will not end this vote of thanks without acknowledging the great contribution this young man here, Mr. Raymond Wanya. Sit. Since 2016, I have been, I've had this romance with trying to promote classical music in Lagos. In 2016, I was the Dineri choir master, Ikeja Dineri Catholic, and we staged Judas Maccabeus, Handel. 2017, I was still the choir master at St. Leo Ikeja, and the parish choir there staged Handel's The Messiah. Now, this year now we are doing this. And every step of the way in all these 3 oratorios, Mr. Wanya here has been a recurring decimal. He has always linked us with the best orchestral players. 2016, Judas Maccabeus under Ikeja was fantastic. 2017, Handel, Messiah, St. Leo Parish Choir was fantabulous. Now what we have today defies description. All due to this man here. I take care of the choir, and he takes care of the orchestra. And at a given time, everybody comes together to synchronize and harmonize. My thanks is extensive. I cannot put it in words. All I can say is that God bless all of you for finding the time to come and be with us. Thank you, and God bless you. Please forgive me. Forgive me. Please stand. 4 of you. I'm very sorry. No matter what, a professional is a professional. You can never deny that fact. These my choristers, I push them, I encourage them to one day be like these people. Because they too began from choirs, from a choir. In a choir, you may have 30 people, 30 choristers. After some time, you start noticing special traits in like 10. That 10 can be narrowed to 5. Can be further narrowed to 2 or 3. Then eventually, 1 or 2 emerge that will go far in choral music. So we're able to reach out to them to come and be role models to our own choristers. So they can also aspire one day to go out and sing at concerts as soloists. From the bottom of my heart, I thank Mrs. Chinwen Ndoka. Her husband is here. I've already thanked the husband before the concert started. I thanked him for letting his wife join us. You know, we had a series of rehearsals. We had 5, 6 overnight rehearsals, and these soloists were there. And Mrs. Ndoka here never missed anyone. I thank you so much, my sister, for coming, and God bless you. The lady by her side, thank you very much. Blessing Ogbo. You may look at the solos they took. The altos did not take too many solos, but the few they took, the few written for alto, were very highly technical. From the voice range to the kind of rhythms you have there, to the kind of chromatic progressions you have there, the high-class, technically complex areas. And when she came in, she did justice during our rehearsal. In fact, on the first day of the rehearsal, she was the first person I went to congratulate her for a very good job. And I knew, from what I heard then, that she was going to do very well for us. So, Blessing, thank you so much. Love to have you again. My brother at the back, the bass man that has the voice of a tornado, Ayo Oshungo. Ayo is very widely traveled though in music. Widely traveled. Very high position in Mountain of Fire and Miracles headquarters here. And he has sung with a lot of big chorales in Lagos. Lagos City Chorale, one of them. So for him to accept to come and sing with a relatively unknown group speaks so much about the character of the man you are looking at. Obviously very talented, but extremely down to earth. I thank you. I hope this is not going to, I know this is not going to be our last collaboration. Thank you so much. Now for our poster boy. The poster boy of today's event. The Oratorio Esther is structured in such a way that we have all these people that acted the different parts are called dramatis personae. Now, there are some dramatic some people there are more, feature more than others, let me just say. And the principal characters are Ahasuerus the king and Esther the queen. Ahasuerus falls under the voice range of tenor. But something I even myself failed to realize initially was that the tenor part in this oratorio, this tenor solo part, is divided among five different characters. You have Ahasuerus, the king, the principal character. You have one Israelite man like that. You have one Persian soldier like that, and five of them. And when I discovered, I had to go to, his name is Stephen Mwosu. I had to go to him like, please, Steve, I'm sorry. I didn't realize all this. Please, can we get another soloist to support? Or can you do it all on your own? And he said he was going to do it all on his own. Willingly, without any question. And he is a very prominent performer with Muson. In fact, 2 Sundays ago, they had a production. So he was, at the time we were preparing for ours, he was also preparing for that one too. So for him to create time and balance his time to give to them and also give to us is very worthy of commendation. I thank you so much, Steve. I also hope we'll have opportunity to do this together again. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Tony. Talk about commitment. We have it here. And talk about commitment from you also. We want to say thank you very much for being part of this great evening. We will end this. We would like to, invite over those who basically know the Hallelujah Chorus. If you know your parts, beginning to end. There is no cut and join. This is not Surah the Taylor walk. If you know it and you're absolutely confident of yourself, you can come forth. We would like to have you here as part of this last performance, and we'd gladly like to have Mr. Joaquin Atunwa to please come conduct the Hallelujah Chorus. Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest of honor. For all the other singing special guests of honor, please come forward. Yeah, you all are with sing, so you can't cast the first stone. Let us go. Old members of the chorale, please come forth. Anyone and everyone, please, you are invited to this wonderful banquet of the Hallelujah Chorus.
I want to sincerely apologize. Tony would tell you, I think I am a very energetic conductor. But because of certain challenges, my hand is not moving well. My right hand, and I'm dead serious. If you want me to tell you, I can tell you what happened. But to the glory of God, I'm recovering from it. I wouldn't want, when I want to, shoot, because I don't believe the masters, they are into, what we call different kind of conducting to rhythm and all that. Mine is to bring the Africanness in me to show hands. And you know what I'm going to do? While he is there, I will make a movement. I will jump out of this place so that you will know that I could have done it. May I be excused? I am believing God by between now and August, I will be better. Yeah, I suffered something. I don't want to call it that. Yeah, and the hand is yet to become free. If I promise you that I'm going to be able to use this alone, I don't want to spoil the good job. But you know whatever. I will tell you what I would have done. But I'm not going to conduct it. After that, you then start the process.
Just what basically wants to demonstrate something. He's not conducting yet. Thank you so very much, sir, and you are gladly excused. So, by extension, here we are. We're going to take it the way we took it in the 90s in the transport sector. What do you change you? In the power of or not, they grew up ahead. The Ramotas may walk in here, you want bed, and the machine she done you. The mighty stop driver. Tony.
Yes, I'm a best singer.
What does that even mean? So who's going to conduct it? You don't even know the song. Okay, we're going to try. We'll try. Eminene Chico, Emurao.
Hallelujah! 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 Hallelujah!
It has been an amazing evening. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. God bless you. Have an amazing week. And remember, your voter's card is absolutely important. 2023 is absolutely important. It depends on all of us here. Go get registered. God bless you. Have a great evening.
You have talked to.